Have you ever seen something that made you question reality? Something so strange, so out of place, that your brain just couldn't process it. I'm not talking about a weird coincidence or a trick of the light. I'm talking about a moment that genuinely chills you to the bone. A moment you'll replay in your mind for the rest of your life. That's what happened to me. And thanks to my Dashcam, I have the proof. But the proof only makes it more terrifying. This happened a few weeks ago. I was driving home late at night, probably around 1 a.m. I work a late shift, so this is pretty normal for me. The route I take is a long stretch of country road surrounded by dense woods. It's the kind of road where there are no street lights, and your headlights are the only thing cutting through the absolute darkness. It can be a little creepy, but I've driven it hundreds of times. It's just part of my routine. On this particular night, though, something was different. I was about halfway home, listening to a podcast, just cruising along. The road was completely empty, as it usually is at that hour. Up ahead, in the distance, my headlights caught something. At first, I thought it was a deer. You have to be really careful with deer out here. They jump out of nowhere. Primera slowed down, my foot hovering over the brake, trying to get a better look. But as I got closer, I realized it wasn't a deer. It was a person. They were just standing there, right in the middle of my lane. Not on the shoulder, not on the side, but dead center in the road. My heart immediately started pounding. What was someone doing out here? In the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night, just standing in the road. My first thought was that maybe their car had broken down, and they needed help. But I didn't see any other vehicles. No hazard lights. No car pulled over. Nothing. The figure was completely still. As my headlights fully illuminated them, I could see it was a person, but their features were indistinct. They were wearing dark, somewhat old-fashioned clothes, and they were just standing there, facing away from me, looking down the road into the darkness. It was incredibly strange. I slowed my car to a crawl, now only about 50 feet away. My mind was racing. Is this a trap? Are they trying to get me to stop? I rolled up my windows and locked my doors, just in case. I called out, "Hey, are you okay?" My voice sounded loud in the silent car. No response. The figure didn't move a muscle. They didn't even flinch. It was like I wasn't even there. Now, I was getting seriously creeped out. My instincts were screaming at me to just drive around them and get out of there. So that's what I started to do. I slowly began to steer into the other lane to pass them. But as I drew level with them, I glanced over, and that's when my blood ran cold. There was no one there. The spot in the road where the person had been standing was completely empty. I slammed on the brakes, my car screeching to a halt in the middle of the deserted road. I looked in my rearview mirror, my side mirrors. I craned my neck to look back. Nothing. Just an empty road stretching into the blackness behind me. My heart was hammering against my ribs. Did I imagine it? Was I that tired it felt? So real. I sat there for what felt like an eternity, the silence of the woods pressing in on me. I even got out of my car for a second, which I know was a stupid thing to do, and looked around. The air was cold and still. There was no sign that anyone had been there. No footprints. Nothing. I got back in my car, locked the doors again, and floored it. I didn't slow down until I saw the streetlights of my town. When I got home, I was still shaking. I couldn't get the image out of my head. The figure, just standing there. The sudden emptiness. It didn't make any sense. I tried to convince myself I had just been seeing things, that the long hours in the dark road had played a trick on my mind. I probably would have left it at that, a spooky story to tell myself, if I hadn't remembered one crucial thing. I have a Dashcam that records automatically whenever I'm driving. It's mostly for insurance purposes, in case of an accident. I almost never look at the footage. But this time, Primera ha detto. Cano, I had to see if it recorded what I saw. With trembling hands, I took the SD card out of the camera and plugged it into my computer. I found the file from my drive home and started playing it. I fast-forwarded to the part of the journey on the country road. There it was, the long, dark stretch of asphalt. I watched, my breath held, as my car moved forward. And then I saw it. On the screen, clear as day, was the figure, standing in the middle of the road, exactly as I remembered. I felt a wave of validation, but it was quickly replaced by pure, undiluted fear. It was real. I wasn't crazy. My dashcam had recorded it. You can see me slowing down, the headlights getting brighter on the figure. It's right there, a dark shape against the light. But here's the part that I still can't explain. The part that keeps me up at night. On the video, as my car pulls alongside the spot where the person is standing, the figure doesn't just disappear. It flickers. For a split second, it becomes transparent, like a glitch in a video game, and then it's just gone. One frame. It's there. The next, it's nothing but empty road. The video shows me swerving and then braking hard, exactly as it happened. But watching it back, seeing that digital flicker, that impossible disappearance, it's 100 times more disturbing than just seeing an empty road. What did I see that night? What did my camera record? I've watched the footage over and over again. I've shown it to a few close friends, and they don't know what to make of it either. They see the figure. They see it vanish. Some say it's a ghost, a local legend maybe. Others think it could be some kind of weird reflection or a technical glitch with the camera. But how could a glitch create such a perfect, human-shaped figure that I also saw with my own eyes? I don't have an answer. All I know is that driving that road at night is different now. I can't help but glance at that spot, my eyes searching the darkness. I feel like I witnessed something that wasn't meant for me to see, a tear in the fabric of our normal world. And I have the recording to prove it. A little piece of digital evidence of the impossible. What do you think it was? Have any of you ever experienced something similar, where technology captures something your mind can barely accept? Let me know your theories in the comments below. It would actually be a huge comfort to know I'm not the only one who's seen something they can't explain. Thanks for listening to my story. It's been weighing on me, and it feels good to get it out there. If you want to see more content like this, or follow along as I try to make sense of this, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Stay safe out there, especially on those dark, lonely roads. You never know what you might see.